Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IAS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar. Assam's one-horn rhino. They are in news. Genetic analysis will be done. Now, let's try to understand. When we talk about one-horn rhinoceros, which is also known as Indian rhinoceros, mainly people have this notion in their mind that they are only found in Assam. They are majorly found in Assam, but not only. There are other national parks also where you can find one-horned rhinoceros, but in small number. We'll talk about them. Those locations, those national parks, they are very important. This whole genetic analysis of Assam rhino horn is a very, very important initiative because what will happen when you do this gene analysis of these rhino horns? Every rhino horn, every rhino has their own unique attributes related to genes. So when we are doing this genetic analysis, we are understanding that this particular rhino was located in which particular region, what were the attributes. Via this gene analysis, we'll be able to understand that this particular horn, rhino horn, has come from which particular place, which particular rhino, all these things, because every rhino will have their own unique attributes related to genes. Hope you're understanding some part of it. Why it is being done, this genetic analysis, this whole thing, there is an initiative associated with it, which is known as RHODIS. RHO, you can see it here, RHODIS, RHODIS. And this whole news published in, as we have discussed, Hindu, 12th July 2025, page number 10, RHODIS. This RHODIS has nothing to do with MTV RHODIS. RHODIS is what, if you can see it here, Rhino DNA Index System. And this whole system, it's not like it's an Indian invention rather, Indian innovation rather. It has happened in South Africa earlier and around 2008, and then India started it in 2016. So there in South Africa, what they used to do, they used to insert some amount of radioactive material, some unique attributes inside rhino horns, so that when poaching happens or rhino horns, are taken away from rhino and transferred to some other location and they're found, they can understand from which particular region it belonged and based on the unique attributes. So this RHODIS now has been extended in India from 2016 onwards to understand about the unique attributes of Assam rhino horns and other rhino horns as well, and to locate from where these genes came from. You will understand each and everything. There are certain key things, key attributes which we have to understand. Even if you don't understand the technicalities or science and tech associated with it, don't worry. But once we solve some questions, you will understand what are the areas we have to focus on here. So genetic analysis initiated. A specialized team has begun the genetic analysis of samples connected from not one, not two, 2,573 rhino horns. That is actually a big number. Destruction of horns. Most of these horns were destroyed by Assam Forest Division 4 years ago when they have seen the poaching and culling. What they felt like, what should we do with these horns? But now Wildlife Institute of India, which is in Dehradun, they are analyzing these samples to understand the unique attributes related to these horns, so that later on in future, if some poaching happens or some of the rhino horns, they are transferred to other places for different uses, we can locate from where they came from. So destruction of horns, again, sample handling from July 3 to 8. The team verified, segregated and repackaged the stored horn sample at Kaziranga, which is in Assam, Kaziranga National Park. These samples were repackaged and transported to Wildlife Institute of India in Dehradun for DNA analysis. Again, this is just a news from UPSC perspective and from other exam perspective also. We have to extract information. What are the information which are important? One-horned rhinoceros, Indian rhinoceros. What is the IUCN status? Vulnerable. Then Wildlife Institute of India, where is it located? Dehradun, Islamabad, Lagdi, Lahore, Diya? No, Dehradun. So these are the things which are important. RHODIS. Why RHODIS is important? If you see this particular thing is important. Why? Because some years back, UPSC asked questions on M stripes. So this RHODIS also becomes important, and it is important for you to know that this is different from MTV RHODIS. Oh my god, that's so stupid. So IUCN, it's an NGO which was established in late 1940s. Headquarter is in Gland, Switzerland. So these are the things which are very important from exam perspective. RHODIS India program. The genetic analysis is part of RHODIS India program supervised at Wildlife Institute of India in Dehradun. DNA profiling, what is the goal? The aim is to create individual DNA profiles of these rhinoceros, of the rhino horns, and store them in the RHODIS DNA database so that we can understand from where these horns, etc., are coming from, to prevent poaching and all these stuff in the future. It is very much needed. So RHODIS India program overview. Full form, Rhino DNA Index System. RHODIS. Objective, to create a comprehensive DNA database of individual greater one-horn rhinoceros. As we have discussed, the IUCN status is Vulnerable, Red Data Book, IUCN publishes. International Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, although their name has changed multiple times. So wildlife forensics, tracking and monitoring rhino population, preventing illegal trade of rhino horns, that is the basic aim here, and hopefully we'll do that. Habitat distribution, native to Indian subcontinent, as like many people feel that one-horned rhinoceros, they are only found in Assam, majorly found in Assam. But apart from that, even in Nepal, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, you have different reserves and national parks where you can find them. Now, this slide is very important from different exam perspective. Why it is important? Because they can ask you, Kaziranga, Manas, Orang, you should know it is in Assam. Most of the people do, especially Kaziranga and Manas. Also remember Orang. West Bengal, Jaldapara and Gorumara. They can give you that Jaldapara is in, you know, Rams, like, is that Ramsar, Iran? No. Jaldapara National Park is in West Bengal. Gorumara is in West Bengal. Uttar Pradesh, Dudhwa Tiger Reserve, again a famous tiger reserve. Nepal, Chitwan and Bardia. So these are the places where you can find one-horned rhino. Vulnerable IUCN status. Again, I'm reiterating the same thing. That means that is important. Now, let's solve some questions. Let's solve some MCQs. First MCQ of the day. Rhodey's India program is primarily aimed at what? Enhancing reproductive capacity of rhinos, establishing a DNA-based identification system for rhino conservation and forensic tracking, promoting ecotourism in rhino habitats, introducing genetically modified rhinos to increase immunity. What is your answer? If you know it, post it in the comment section. We have discussed this. And this is the second MCQ, a tricky MCQ. Kaziranga, Jaldapara, Dudhwa and Gorumara National Park states, and you have to see how many of them are correctly matched. Again, a question which you should solve. We have just seen that. These are the regions where you find one-horned rhinoceros. How many of them are correctly matched? If you know the answer, post it in the comment section. If you feel like I contributed anything to your knowledge base, like, share and subscribe, spread the word. And I will share this particular PDF along with the answer of these MCQs in my Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shubh. So you can join this Telegram family of mine. And if you're preparing wholeheartedly for UPSC 26, 27 or 28, you need any help of StudyIQ to streamline your preparation, you can join our batch. 2026 batch, which has started from 7th July. Admissions are closing on 15th. After that, the prices of, and different batches will start and the prices will also increase. So you can join this batch, 26 batch, 27, 28, based on your preparation. How you can join it? If you have watched my earlier videos, you know the process. If you haven't, this is the process. Let me show you from the start. You will go to StudyIQ.com, StudyIQ.com, and then you will go downwards. You are seeing these tabs. Go to UPSC English, go to all courses, and then you can join any of these, like 2026 courses, 27 courses, 28 courses. As you can see, prices will increase after 15 July. You can use my code SHS Live to get maximum discount in any of these courses. And, if you use, there is a code here, Guru, so you will get 6,000 discount. If you use my code SHS Live, you will get 7,000 discount. There are different variants of these courses, batches, based on what you need. So you can have a look at the different variants, diamond, platinum and gold, what you need, what you don't need, and accordingly you can take any of these variant, apply my code, the prices will reduce by 7,000 for each of them. By going on add promo code, enter promo code, SHS Live, apply, see the price has reduced to 27, it will reduce to 22, it will reduce to 9,999, that's how. And again, you can see all these things. If you have any queries, call on this number 9240231070. So that's it from me, sir and ma'am. If you have any view on this whole issue related to one-horned rhino, Assam, this Rhodey's initiative, feel free to share it in the comment section along with the answer of the MCQs. Take care, be blessed. Tata, bye-bye.